Coliseum on the campus of Auburn University. The first ever World Series of Powerlifting.
It started from what they called the odd lifts, which was more like strongman events, like overhead pressing, carrying events, throwing events, things like that. That was in the 1950s, 1960s. They moved to and had the first national championship in the U.S. At the time, there was just kind of competitions in the U.S. and Great Britain. 1970s was when the first international federation started up and the first world championship. And then the 1980s was when the first drug-free and non-drug-free federations kind of came around. Hello, my name is Seth Todd. I'm a current grad student at Mississippi State, and I'm in my 6th year of competitive powerlifting.
My name is Zach Edwards. I am a 2nd-year grad student. I'm in my 6th year of competitive powerlifting as well.
But overall, it's a pretty simple sport. There's 3 lifts: the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Each participant gets 3 attempts to get a highest lift in each one. That's for a total of 9 lifts. You have to successfully complete at least 1 of each to stay in the competition. You can't successfully complete at least 1, you're disqualified. So it's pretty important in choosing attempts.
You got it. Down, press, yes!
Generally speaking, there are, for each of the big 3, squat, bench, deadlift, there are oftentimes 2 different types of technique variations we'll see most often. In squat, there is a higher bar back squat, which is more on your upper traps, the bar being set up higher on your back, and then the low bar back squat, which is more lower on your rear delts and traps. Bench press can be close grip and wide grip. A wider grip bench press, you're going to have more shoulder rotation each inch. So like, if you think about it, if somebody's bench pressing with a wider grip, they're gonna have to flare harder at the lockout and then like pull their shoulders in, harder at the bottom. And then deadlift, there's the conventional deadlift, which is hands outside of knees, and then the sumo deadlift, which is hands inside of knees. Conventional deadlift works your lower back and posterior chain more, and then sumo deadlift predominantly works the quadriceps and the legs more. So a lot of times I think people in the sport overthink their optimal technique on the big 3, the squat, bench, deadlift, and they underthink what techniques they're using when they do the more accessory-driven stuff that's going to build the muscle mass long term.
Equip powerlifting is I use supportive equipment, so a shirt for bench and a suit for squat and deadlift made out of a polyester material. It's a very tight material, but it has some stretch. So when I go through the movements, when I bring the bar down on bench, and when I go into the hold on squat, I'm gaining elastic potential energy in the suit, and so it allows me to lift a bit more than I would without it. The main point is either or both to allow you to lift more or to keep you safe while you lift.
Good job.
A lot of times the pro powerlifters will have a longer longevity in the sport because their equipment is taking on some of the brunt of all the force from the years of lifting. So there's also people wear belts to help brace with their core, keep everything tight in the abdominals, the obliques, spinal erectors.
With the belt, you can brace into it and push out against it, which increases what's called IAP, intra-abdominal pressure. That's going to allow you to do something that basically expands everything that's within your core. If you think about shaking up a soda can, all that pressure that's built up going outside against the surface area of the can, that's going to increase the can's ability to take force. So it's much easier to step on a can that doesn't have anything in it than one that you just shook up.
And then wrist wraps, same thing, keep your wrist stable, allows you to take some more of that force, holding the bar on bench press.
When we're talking about wrist wraps, it's a similar thing with pressure, but it's really just about like force and the ability to have rigidity around that joint. Strength and muscle mass, no matter what population really, geriatric, middle-aged, children, adolescent, doesn't matter. Strength and muscle mass are 2 of some of the biggest things that are important for both A, negatively being correlated with disease risk, and B, being positively correlated with quality of life. when you're in the gym and you're setting goals for yourself long term of I squat 315 now, I want to squat 325 in a couple months and then 335 in a couple more months. The endorphin release that you're giving yourself multiple times a week, hitting those PRs and getting those beginner gains that a lot of people call it, that's going to set you up for a much better ability down the road to have a significantly better mental health.
Allows you to work on discipline, doing something consistently over time, coming to the gym, 3, 4, 5 times a week over the course of months and years, builds discipline in what you do. Community as well. It's a very niche sport, but the people that are involved are very passionate about it for the most part. And so you're going to find a lot of like-minded people that also appreciate the aspects of powerlifting, and it's very easy to train and compete with a community of people.
Good set. I can get up here. I can't scratch my back.
Adding muscle and strength are super important for quality of life and longevity. I'll hint at 2 studies right here. Garcia Hermosa et al. In 2018 found that upper and lower body strength were the #1 predictors of all-cause mortality. That was a literature review of 38 studies and 1.9 million people. So upper and lower body strength, #1 predictor of all-cause mortality. Second study, as muscle mass increases and overall fat decreases, children are at a lower risk of cardiometabolic disorders later in life. So not only does it have a benefit of reducing all-cause mortalities, but has a benefit for children as well. And that was with 30 studies and 22,000 participants. So from those 2, we can really conclude that building strength and muscle mass is extremely important for quality of life and just having a longer life.
Another research-based fact is that powerlifting along with Olympic weightlifting, these are the 2 sports that have the lowest injury risk historically of any sport, based on research. So that's a pro of it. So if you do it smart, you're not risking injury at all.
Another thing, powerlifting is probably one of the most inclusive sports there is. There are age divisions all the way from like 9, 10, 11 up to 90, 85, 95. Like there are very young kids and there are elderly competing. There are all kinds of weight classes, divisions. Once again, I've met some of my best friends, for life in the gym. Zach's gonna be at my wedding for sure, no doubt about that. Laying the foundation for the goals that I want to achieve is much more rewarding, and then being consistent with that has been incredible in my college career.